Right, let's see. There we go, that's more respectful at least. Yeah, so I've got some I've got a new Bluetooth headset, so we'll see how well that goes. And yeah, so Flicky D. Ow, don't pinch my nipple. Ow. Oh, she's full on hit. She's hit that first big sleep regression like a truck. Some of you may be familiar with it. I don't know what we're going to play, but we're going to play something. Probably not what's currently on my Switch because I've been doing a bit of Borderlands the um, because the boss lady has been playing Tales from the Borderlands because we've had the PS3 plugged in, and then because we wanted to play, we got frustrated at the version of Katamari that was on the Switch, so we ended up. Oh yeah, fancy cup. Let's do a fancy cup flick. Because my throat does not feel happy. Yeah. So yeah. Um. Yeah. Sorry. I'm going to be chatting with you, and I'm going to find a video game to play. Because I want to stay awake. I'm very tired. I was moving furniture around last night, and like I said, this little girlie has probably hit a sleep depression. I've just been handed her over at about 5 a.m. Which actually it is pretty late for nights when she's like this. Normally, I try to tell the boss to do like a 3 or 4 o'clock handover if she's being really bad and isn't sleeping at all, which she apparently hasn't been. But not even sleeping on one of us. That no, she's wide awake now. Hopefully, my soothing voice and my hopping around the kitchen while waiting for my coffee to brew. I said brew. Does it brew? Is it brewing when it's in espresso virtual machine spinning around very very fast? I don't know. That's an interesting question. Oh, I should have put on one of me. I've just had the festive ones come in. Hey, if I haven't mentioned it before in any of the ones you've listened to previously, because I don't think everyone will have listened to, everyone who listens will have listened to every single episode, because that would be insane. That would be insane. I've got a ludicrous back catalogue, a lot of which is not very good. Um, but I get sent a lot of free coffee to the point where I feel like I should be like reviewing them or something. Which one is that anyway? Is it around here? No, let's compare. That might be around here, which is a Gran Lungo flavour. Hence me putting it in the fancy cup. It's in a fancy peacock cup, like proper china, because we got loads of them. Got loads of fancy cups left over from when we used them to make centerpieces for our wedding. And we told people, "Oh, take them home with you. It'll be a lovely souvenir for the day, you know." But of course, not everyone wanted to take those, so I've just got loads of really fancy cups from charity shops and places. You know, mm. Better than flowers, I must say. I despise people paying money for flowers. I do not see the point. They're living things which would be much happier in the ground anyway, last longer in the ground. Just having dead things in your house. I don't know. Seems weird. Seems weird. Just imagine like someone like nicely arranging a decaying rat. That's how it feels. I don't know. A colourful decaying rat, but a decaying rat nonetheless. Hmm. Right. Hmm. Right, I don't think I'm gonna get any bleed through. So well, I don't know. These this new headset's fancy. We got it when boss lady got a new phone. Oh, and it came with free fancy headphones on a limited time deal. Real fancy. And but they're in her ear, so she's like, "No, I can't wear those. They probably won't even fit my ears." Because they do tend to assume that you got gigantic ear holes. Like even I've got them on like the smallest little widget. I don't know what the actual thing is, but the squishy thing goes in the end of it. Right, I think we're gonna get there. Anyway, so yeah, on the Switch at the moment is Borderlands. I don't think I'm gonna do Borderlands. I don't think Borderlands really my style for this time. Oh, what do you think? I don't think I can talk about it that well. Oh, that's the wrong controller. Oh, poor PS4 controller. The PS4 is not plugged in. I just literally moved the cables across to one of the old PS3s we've got in the house, as we got more than one. Yeah, the real question, Flicky D, and dear reader at home, is what have I got on the PS3? Because I've decided that's what we're doing. I don't want to close the thing on Borderlands. I don't want to play Borderlands on pod. That seems like it'd be very hard to actually talk about. At least I think so. Right, so PlayStation 2 got a load of Shin Megami Tensei games. Oh, that's a point. When I finish doing this, I need to actually install, because I've got Persona 3 on here. That needs to be installed. I wonder how much playthrough I've got. Is it worth me doing a thing? I don't know. Right. Yeah, no, I need to. What I need to do. So, Sacred 3, I need to. Really, you want to have the recorded stuff for that. Similar Arkham Asylum. Oh, PS3 games are all got voice acting. What's going on with that? I think what we want. I think Tokyo Jungle might work and Crazy Taxi might work, but I don't think, let's say right now. Might do Tekken 2 again. Yesterday I did the episode where playthrough was law. I kind of feel like I should go through and unlock more dudes. I do have a lot of Final Fantasy. I've got 7, 8, 9 on here. Should probably install 6 again. I know it's one of the worst versions, but you know. Silent Hill maybe, one of the Resis maybe, Metal Gear maybe, Front Mission maybe, Grandia maybe. Oh, let's do some Spyro. All that. Yeah. Right. What we're gonna do is well, first I'm gonna pause quickly because I've got a massive cough coming. One moment. Sorry about that. Just wanted to make sure that I don't end up thingying it up. That's it. Yeah, no, I'm definitely recording just through the headphones, and that is, well, actually, let's see. If I go like here, okay, here's me there, and here's that. Okay, maybe I will have bleed through. I don't know. See, normally my big chonky headphones, like I have to mess around with the settings a bit to get them to hear anything apart from me. Oh, got Castlevania, Crash Team Racing. Oh, And I've got Metal Slug on here. I didn't know I had Metal Slug on here. This is an old friend's PlayStation. Also got all the things in discs. Actually, that's a good way to test. Can that be heard? No, it can't. Or maybe a little bit. Not loud enough. Oh, one moment. If I'm on top of it, there may be a few of them because I feel like, especially with the headphones in, it's gonna be like pretty horrible. Right? I think we're gonna do some Tekken. That's what I think. I think we're gonna do some Tekken because I can just natter on about any old nonsense. I might. Oh, fuck it, Spyro the Dragon. Spyro the Dragon, original PS1 version. If I felt like unplugging shit and plugging shit in, could maybe do the Reignited trilogy at some point because I do quite like those. They did a really good job. Made it very, very fun. Was it Toys for Bob who did that? I know Toys for Bob did Crash Team Racing, didn't they? Right. Okay, we're up. There's a little green Norky guy next to an Insomniac Games thing. This is clearly in the Magic Crafters world. Well, it's using all the stuff from the Magic Crafters world. So lovely alpine mountains and sort of fluorescent blue. Did you get fluorescent blue? Rivers, yeah, create a file, thank you. New game, let's go. Let's go. Oh, right. In the world of dragons. Right, I'm gonna see if I can do this. Right, rolling. Yeah, it's been peaceful here in the Five Worlds, or is it 6 for a Dragon's Age? Now have solved the number of treasure, or is it 14,000? What about this Gnazdi Ganur character? Some people say he's got a magic spell to spend his gems into warriors for his cause. Take that question. Nasty Dog is a simple creature. Simple? Something. No, Fred. Besides, he is ugly. Ugly? That does it. Pew, 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 pew. All the dragons are being turned into statues. Looks like I've got some things to do, says Spyro. Oh no, I'm going to have to jump and charge and flame breath and do all that shit. Oh no, the right stick doesn't do anything with the camera. That is dim. Let's have a quick check. Camera. But right, that's going to annoy me. That is actually really annoying. Oh my god. Why does the right stick not move the camera? Because that hadn't been normalized yet. That wasn't how everything did it yet. What's the first thing did that for the? I mean, didn't Mario 64 do that? Well, I guess they have to like have it so that it works with Okay, I'm gonna play this like as a digital controller then, instead of analog. No, there's a big. The dragons are nowhere near as hunky in this version. He said something about how I've got to save 10 dragons. Yeah, find dragons first. That's fine, right? So we're in the Artisans world, and it's like lovely. It's lush, it's green. There's a big castle over here. It's nowhere near as impressive in this. God, Reignited Trilogy has really ruined my brain for this. Right. Run around, pick up gems, free a dragon, says something. Devlin, rescue Devlin. He's like, Nasty Narc I'll torch him.
Your horns on, Spyro! You have much to learn first. Do you know about that dragonfly following you?
Uh,
His name is Sparks, and he's helping and protecting you. Keep an eye on him and see what I mean.
they're not as hunky, are they? No. They look like a mass of polygons. Almost like that's what they are. Oh, there's a Nork. He's a green fella. He's really, really blobby. And where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? God, yeah. Right. Oh, got you. And every time I charge him, he drops a gem. I'm not going to stop charging him because I keep losing track of him when I charge him. So I'm going to just set him on fire. And I did. And then I got a total of 5 red shiny gems. That guy dead. This guy dead. We roam the lush, verdant hills, murdering green men. And hopping on little plinths. There we go. I now have 20 gems total. Oh, these dudes. Right. Oh, wait, right. You, bugger off. You. Oh. No. Thank you for continuously putting up with the fact that I'm poorly. It's not getting better. Ugh. It's gonna be horrible. This might be me for the whole winter, you know. Sometimes that's how it is. Right. Glide over. That's much harder and reignited. Right. There's no point me murdering any of these sheep because I don't get anything for it. In Spyro 2 onwards, if you murder all the small creatures, Sparks gets extra butterflies to eat, which can give you lives. I think what we're going to do is I'm going to go back to this main bit, and then we're going to go through this level. It's called Stone Hill. Stone Hill. Oh, while I'm flying, all the gems fly out of me and into a nice big chest. Right, here we go. Stone Hill. More green. Kind of makes me think of Wales a bit. Might be because. So there's a Simpsons shitposting group on Facebook. It's literally the only thing that comes up on Facebook anymore if I go on it. The algorithm has decided I'm only interested in Simpsons shitposts. And they really, really go for lots of they're pretty much only interested in like one big meme trend at a time. At the moment they're doing Cymraeg posting, which is posting about Welshness, speaking Welsh, and a lot of these meme trends in general involve dunking on the English, which is a pastime which I think we can all get behind. But it means that like the comment sections are constantly getting locked down because people really take it too far. Yeah, you can have a go at the governance of England in particular. Yeah, but going on at the people, not really as cool. Anyway, so yeah, that might be why I've got Wales on the brain. But then again, I feel like I'm always talking about Wales on here because sort of I grew up literally seeing that particular country outside my window every morning, looking out over the Dee. The Dee is a river, by the way, although very little of it at the bit where I live, very little of it was the actual river. Most of it was marshland. Because I lived just well, up this, people couldn't really work out where I lived, really. I think it was Neston. Yeah, no, well, I think it was very clearly in Neston, but a lot of people considered it part of Parkgate. Mostly people who lived in Little Neston or Ness. They really, really were super original. with their town names in that particular little corner of the bit of the Wirral that's part of Cheshire. Right. Anyway, so yeah, it's lovely and green. I just went inside a house, got a dragon, didn't pay attention to what he said. I'm sure it was vitally important. So the dragons, when you free them, like some of them come out with hints and tips, things that you need to do. Oh, just set fire to a big goat. There's a different kind of chest here, which is like a little clam thing with eyes in it, which is the kind which has a life in. Oh, excuse me. I end up with loads of lives. Rescued Astor. He he says something about how when you free all the dragons in this particular place, you go through a portal, you go back to the main world. It's absolutely lovely, all works just fine, but it's okay. Because I'm not going through that portal that takes you home, because I'm going to 100% this fucker on me first go. So you can hop over this wall, and then you're on the beach. A nice little beach. I think this is meant to be where Dragon Shores is, because I don't think Dragon Shores is a natural level in this, whereas the whole plot of Spyro 2, Gateway to Glimmer, or Ripto's Rage if you're an American, which I guess is probably the main thing because it's an American game, but you know what I mean, like, fuck's sake, guys. That sounds lame. Anyway, I just feel like Gateway to Glimmer sounds a bit nicer, but it also makes no sense with the content of that game because Glimmer's not really that important. Anyway, it's that he wants to go on holiday to Dragon Shores. I think that's where it is because the portal's in approximately the right place for Stonehill, and there's a nice little beach there. Right. Anyway, so I went along the beach. I went into a cave. I got a little key. I'm going to jump down this well. Oh, look, another dragon. I'm not paying attention to what he says, but his name's Gavin, and he's a chunky boy. Chunky boy, he's on all fours. With how he's moving, I assume he's talking about how you charge into stuff. If you press square, Spyro runs there. If I continuously do this, it fucks up the camera. Brilliant. Oh, right. Oh, it's very annoying. With this getting shit ready to change my windows. God, I'm giving so much personal information. Please do not. What is it? Is it doxing? Please do not track me down and send me death threats due to my opinions on, I don't know, what's bloody, ugh, my opinions on 80s era Mario games. They are shit, I'm afraid they are, matey. Anyway, yeah, no, I've got my things, and it meant that we missed out on it delayed the next nightmare. We're gonna nightmare some Mario, and it's gonna be fun to do, but it's a bit frustrating that I've had to skip it. But they didn't end up doing it again in the end, because apparently it would be weird to do it without me, which is nice. I'm really glad about that because I feel like you could probably do Nightmare with anyone. Oh, I just ran into a Kung Fu Shepherd. See, lots of sheep. Maybe I'm thinking about Wales because it's all very sheepy. This is made by Americans. Where's the American joke place for the sheep? Hey, I'm sorry. Because God, I'll talk about Wales some more, aren't I? So it's rural, isn't it? It's rural and it's mountainous. So yeah, sheep. Because you don't really. I mean, even now that you can basically get any livestock in any country, sheep are the thing in the UK. You know, well, I mean, you know, cows, sheep, pigs, you know, boring shit like that. And oh, oh God, at least I can feel the cough. Christ, I can just fuck off. Oh, the baby's asleep now. You see, just stand around. I wonder if she'll let me sit down. I don't think she will. I think we'll keep standing for a bit till we get bored of doing Spyro and maybe move on to a different game. Anyway, let's get this dragon who's at the top of this tower I just flew up. Rescue Gildas. He's a big guy. Yeah. Okay, so I haven't actually been told how to glide, but he's telling me how to glide the best by pressing the X button at the top of your jump. So there we go. Went up the top of this thing, and he's like, hey, you know, you press X twice, you'll glide out. With no explanation for those amongst the people who are playing this, who, I don't know, might be 8 years old. Well, actually 7, maybe? How old was I? Spyro the Dragon, I'm pretty certain, was the first video game I bought with my own money, and guessing from the demo disc that came with it, it was a summer '98 game. Maybe? It was right at the start of me going really hard into the PlayStation. Like, really, really hard. Like, all my pocket money went on video games. I got all sorts of really cool shit over those PS1 years, and so much of it was lost to the ravages of having younger cousins. We're all lovely chaps, but you know, like I don't even think it was my younger cousins who didn't look after shit. I think it was the various parents and things just like, yeah, no, it doesn't matter. They're just video games. Well, I know. I've got a copy of Mega Man Legends. They're all in a Bertie Bassett um what's the word for it? CD wallet. They're all in a Bertie Bassett CD wallet and it disappeared. Bunch of a load of weirdly like PC utility discs, but like yeah, Mega Man Legends 2, man. I had a copy of Mega Man Legends 2, and that's a really fucking good game. And you can't find it for well, you can probably find. I was gonna say can't find it for love nor money, but you can probably find it for money. But I'm just not. I can't justify that. I can barely justify keeping all the games that I've kept. Straight up, where um, while I'm at it, if anyone wants a Atomic Purple Game Boy Color, hit me up. Yeah. It doesn't work at the moment, but I'm sure it's not I'm fairly certain it'd be a cheap fix, given that like restorations tend to cost around 30 quid. So, you know, hit me up. We can work something out. It might even be a case of you just pay postage, honestly. But if you're nice, you can have it. I think we've also got a copy of Pokemon Yellow. We might even have Silver, but oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Am I shilling actual products on the podcast? Oh no, how gauche, Daddy. How gauche. Right. Anyway, I chased a thief. He was carrying an egg. I'm roaming the hills looking for. Okay, right. There's 5 gems left in this level. I'm just walking around these hills. There's little menhirs, um, whatever you'd call the things that I'd be part of. Like the little plinth pillar things. They've got a force field which stops me going out any further into that into the bit of the skybox which is clearly a JPEG. I mean, Spyro himself and the scenery. Those are the things which age very well in the first Spyro because they worked out a really good way of rendering stuff so that draw distance was pretty much maximized for what the PS1 could do. Very good, very clever. All right, there's two gems somewhere. I'm not gonna 100% it because oh no, there they are. Found them. Brilliant, brilliant. There we go, 100%ed. all however many dragons there were. I think it was 3. All 200 gems. Brilliant. Let's go in the portal. Let's return home. Oh, I'm sorry, baby. Right, where do we do next? We do the nighttime one next with the froggies. Do the nighttime one next to the froggies, or do we do the town? Oh, we'll do town square. Town square is quite unusual, really. I think it's a very like dense. Anyway, we'll go here. Anyway, we're right by some towers. We just rescued Thomas, and this is actually the guy who tells you how to glide. Probably something about going down crevasses and yeah, falling from high mountain peaks, going through prehistoric glaciers. Oh, that. So yeah, saying you can glide because right behind him is a whole bunch of 4 towers, 1 big one, 3 little ones, and you use them to learn to glide. But we're going to first get this little gem thief guy. Yep. There we go. Murdered the greenskin. Gnorks. So as not to actually, no, orcs are something which are they're public domain, aren't they? Fairly certain they are. I was going to say invoke the ire of the Tolkien estate, but I don't think they actually own the term orc. Oh, well, I fucked that up because the camera's shite. Right, you gotta remember to press triangle to recenter the camera. Because at this point, although this is one of the games which does work with analog, it wasn't universal, so pretty much every solution for cameras and things has to assume you don't have one. It's only I know for shooters, and even then, it's not the first one, but it's one of the most famous ones for being an early adopter. But I was just hopping between these towers. Yeah. But yeah, what's it called? Alien Resurrection. And everyone was like, "Oh, it's weird. Why are we using the right stick for anything?" And now every single game, right analog stick is for camera. Did Mario 64 do it? You did have camera control in that, didn't you? But it wouldn't obviously didn't have a right stick. It had the weird middle one. Anyway, so yeah, we're in Town Square. There's weird chickens. They're absolutely vile, and I'm pretty sure they're only on this level. Right, and there we go. But yeah, this one's a bit different. It's all about verticality, which is unusual in Spyro. Spyro is often just about big sprawling ones, so you can get the most out of your big gliding. This one is quite compact level. Here I am hopping up some. I feel like the architecture here is quite Mediterranean looking, hopping up these stairs, smashing some chests, freeing Nils. Welcome to Town Square. Yeah, he tells you here that you basically got to go around the big loop. You've got to use your camera controls, what little camera control you have, and you got to use it to work your way around the quite pokey areas and do the gliding around like brief bits where you've got to just be accurate. It's full of bowls, which probably also lends me thinking it's like Mediterranean, maybe it's Iberian. Smash those. There's a weird kind of chest here. You set fire to it, and the gem goes out the top and then bumps back down. What you do is you fire it, and then you hop up, get the gem while it's in the air. Ooh, fun. Glide across here. Found this really hard when I was a kid because I couldn't do the timing for shit. We go, get another life there from one of the little clammy guys. Right. Get these gems, get these gems, get these gems. Get this dragon. He is called Devlin. I feel like we've already heard of Devlin. Oh, he's complaining because he had a big itch. It just doesn't compare to. So, yeah, I wouldn't play this one. I wouldn't play the original. If I had the choice, I think you should go for a Reignited Trilogy. You can get it for pennies now. And even if you listen to this long after the point where you won't be able to download the other two games off the network, honestly, on that collection, I think the best one is how it does the first one. Which honestly, like, isn't the case with the original versions. I think with the original versions, oh yeah, there was a Nork Matador who was being chased around by a bull. Yeah. I just noticed the two of them because Spyro really likes to kill shit. It's a dragon's natural instinct to murder stuff. Oh dear. What the fuck was I on about? Right, let's just go back to this town square where there's this nice fountain and there's a matador and there's lots of bulls. I just charge around, kill a lot of them, and we'll leave it at that. Right, there's a dragon down here. He's called Alvar. He, I love him. Oh, this one's a classic. I don't know if it bleeds through, but it doesn't go big golf, so I'm gonna be. Ah, sorry about that. Terrible thing. But yeah, it's the guy who's like, he's like, do you see a little man in blue around here? He's a thief, and he's stolen a dragon egg. Oh, you've got to go out here and find that egg. Oh no, I'm getting a little winded. It's brilliant. I love it. Good, genuinely good voice acting on this one, I think. Anyway, so I'm at the end, and you could just do that if you were a kid of 7 or so. But what you've really got to do is you got to turn back, go up to this little step, and be like, huh. So this is where the game teaches you've got to sometimes go weird ways to go to on your branching paths to get your rest of your shit. So you glide off, you go around. There's one of the most frustrating thieves to chase in the whole fucking game. And either I'm going to get him now, and it'll be easy peasy lemon squeezy. There we go, got him now. Or he takes you all over the fucking level, and it's a horrible time because you have to be quick while doing quite tricky platforming. Or more platforming that's very tricky to do in a hurry. And you'll eventually end up falling in some water and drowning. Because in this first one, dragons can't swim. Anyway, I was partway through saying, yeah, Reignite Trilogy, like, the first one is in fact probably the best. Well, Gateway to Glimmer's really good. And I should probably try doing 3 again, but when I was playing it, like, it was just, like, you can tell it was rushed. You can tell that collection is rushed, because the further along the games you go, the more glitchy they get. So 3, straight up, like, it froze on me, and like the last save was in the level that froze. So I just couldn't progress. Very frustrating. But to be fair, Spyro 3, Year of the Dragon, I've not actually got that much of an emotional attachment to, in comparison to the first two. 1 and 2, yeah. But yeah, they make the dragons that you rescue. In particular, oh, I'm rescuing Thor, who is a dragon. Oh, he's one of the lame ones who just says, thanks for releasing me. I'm just going to go off now. I'm 2 levels in, and I've already done enough so that I can actually go to the Peacekeepers world if I wanted to. And that's the thing. Peacekeepers, Peacekeepers and Artisans, like the dragons as they are in the remastered version. So I don't even say it's a remaster, it's a remake, innit? Completely redone from the ground up. Anyway, my point is they made them very quite sexy, honestly. Honestly. honestly, I'm not one to deny a bit of a furry tendency, but yeah, like there's just lots of yeah, that one feels like it was very much made for the people who are like, oh yes. Um, but yeah, in comparison to like he says, right? I don't think this one autosaves, I don't know if this one autosaves. I think I might have to go to one of the things with the fairies and just make sure that it's saved. Yeah, there we go. Go to one of the places where there was previously a dragon. There's now a fairy there, and they will save your game for you. Lovely. Thank you very much. Because I'm not certain that any of that had saved. Right. Should we do the whole artisan world? I think we should. I think that's what we're going to do, which means we've got. Well, I'm not going to do the speedway. I'll tell you now, I'm not going to do the speedway. Because that's a ball ache. I'm no good at them. So we're going to not do the speedway, but we're going to do the rest, the other two remaining levels that I've got, which are Thingy Hollow and Toasty. Toasty. Yeah. So you get all the way to the end of this nonsense game. You fight Nasty Nork, and then the guy's like, well, oh, we'd really appreciate it if you collected enough shit. Oh, we could probably do it ourselves at this point, but the threat is actually gone, but we'd really appreciate it if you just like regained all our stuff and then that'll let us go into this hoard of treasure of our fallen adversary, and we'll take all that. Yes, that'll be lovely. Thank you, Spyro. Thank you. All right, Dark Hollow. Yes, you may have rescued us out of altruism, supposedly, but we are dragons and we do quite like to have some treasure. So if you could kindly make it. So this level teaches you about different enemy types. There's little dudes who have metal shit, so you can't set them on fire because apparently they do not care stuff. So you'd either do it by timing, so that do it when their shield's not in front of them, or you could just charge into them with horns, which is what you're meant to do. That's what this level is teaching you. It's also a lovely atmospheric level with little froggies hopping about for you to murder. Murder all the stuff. Because dragons are all about killing things and taking their stuff. There's big dudes who have what looks like a club, but is in fact a gigantic turkey leg, such as one would get at a thingy place. Right, two little dudes there, charge. Oh, only managed to get one of them. So let's get the other one now. Hop. Oh. No. Do jump it and then charge. Yes, very good. Very good. Yeah. Right, rescued Albin. Albin. Okay, so it's a big buff dude who's saying, I'm not bothered by these little midgets, but shouldn't say that. Oh fuck. Oh no! Oh no! I just said hate speech, and I'm drawing attention to it. One sec, gonna cough. Oh, I'm really, really, really sorry to anyone in the little person community, and actually just anyone else. You shouldn't say shit like that. I'm really sorry. Oh my god. Ugh. Blame it on the fact I've been listening to Jim Cornette. Because he does not care at all about using terms like that, because he's like, well, it's got its roots in the carny culture I am a part of. And I'm like, you're not, mate. You're middle class. You're a middle class guy. Your dad was a newspaper editor. For fuck's sake. But he is amusing. He is amusing, and he actually does have quite good insights into the bits of explaining like why pro wrestling now can be lacking, or what actually works in it and what doesn't, and how it could be improved. It's really good. Anyway, so yeah, don't use language like that. He's saying that, smaller enemies, they tend to wear metal armor, so you can't really set fire to them all the time. So what you do is you charge into them with the horns. I think there'll be a different one saying, big guys, right? You can't charge into them because they're so big and you're so little. So you should set them on fire. There's a guy marching back and forth now, and he's wearing metal armor on his front, but nothing on his bum. But he's a big guy, so I can't charge him. So I have to wait for him to turn around and then go behind him and set fire to his ass. And there are multiple bosses in this game where that is what you do, is you wait to set fire to their ass. There we go, there we go. More gems, more gems. Another guy with the armor. Set fire to his bum. I found that incredibly funny when I was a kid, which I believe is kind of part of the design, because it's one of those things, isn't it? You don't just think of, when you're making games for kids, you're not just thinking, oh, what's like good, like game feel stuff, what's good gameplay stuff for whatever technology you're working on. You're not just thinking of that. You're also thinking, what's going to amuse a child? Setting fire to something's bum is a very good way to amuse a child. Another dragon to save. Oswin! Don't remember what you say. Oh, oh, he's the guy who says that you can use the triangle button to look from Spyro's view. If you hold down triangle, your camera will go between Spyro's horns. You can press the arrow keys and look around like that. Yeah, I say like that as if you can see, but that's how you could do that in this particular game. This is a period of time where video games had to do shit like that to make it so you could see around, because they just, yeah, in hindsight, maybe a free roaming camera would be better, but they kind of struggle a bit with that. Like it's from a technological standpoint, because at this point in time, particularly, the big challenge for 3D games would be getting the camera working, but also, like a fairly large part of the PlayStation user base didn't have analog sticks on their controllers yet. I didn't for years and years. I still had the original digital ones, which are basically a SNES controller with nice little handy bits. I had that until 99-ish. And I genuinely, oh, no, it was when I got the PlayStation at my mum's house. Maybe 99. That may have been 99 or late 98. Oh, because, of course, I had one at my mum's house, one at my dad's house. The one at my dad's house was chipped, so I could play lots of pirated shit. And I don't think either PlayStation is still in existence. I believe they would have both been chucked, because that's the sort of thing that my parents would do. Well, you don't need this anymore. Why would you keep it? Oh, massive fucking hoarder. But to be fair, if people would just like chuck your shit away without your permission, it's just, oh, well, and I just didn't know. And I didn't care. Genuinely, it was a whole thing. I was a older teenager, and my mum noticed that I was going to secondhand game shops. I was going online. If I could find one at a charity shop, it'd be brilliant. I was getting old game systems, I was getting Mega Drives and things, and she didn't understand why I'd get a GameCube when I already had a PlayStation 2 about and stuff like that. She's like, well, you already got something. You only need something. So only a little bit of kiddie entertainment. You should be growing out of video games anyway, and all that sort of nonsense. Lots of, oh, it's antisocial. I mean, like, I have absolutely no idea about how we socialized as kids, Hanging out, playing video games was like the main thing I did. And they're just like, oh, you're just staring at screens. You're just staring at screens. Why can't you just go play football? That sort of thing. And you're like, well, that's just not what we do. But yeah, Anyway, point being, so yeah, a lot of that shit all got given away or just thrown away, and it's just it's a pretty naff situation all told, honestly. But they just don't believe in keeping stuff. I've got a load of my stepdad's games. I don't remember if it was PS2 games, but I think it was PS1 games. They worked out that they could keep all the stuff in the house for when, because they're always entertaining children. But yeah, they just Anyway, Darius. Well, okay. So this big fella got a bit of a gut on him, and he was saying, like, "Hey mate, the big guys, right? Big guys set them on fire because you can't charge into them." Not noticing that the only way to get to him would be to get through two of the big guys. So you would have had to have actually worked that out yourself. So bit pointless for that one, honestly, matey. Let's get those, and then I think yep, that's this one, 100%ed. All the dragons, all the gems on Twilight Hollow, or whatever it's called, Dark Hollow. I feel like Twilight Hollow would be a better name. Anyway, so that's all there. Done. Brill. Sorted. Dark Hollow. Dark Hollow. All done. Brilliant. Right, now we're back in the home world. And now we're going to go over here. There's a big thing of a... Oh, I'm sorry. It's a big dragon head. But first, let's pick up all this treasure. All this treasure has just been left lying around. All left lying around. Absolutely terrible. Very messy. Not cool. So if you went into the so there's a big thing of a dragon. It's not opening, but there's a dragon in front. Let's open him up. Argus, and he's the one who says, and yeah, there's this guy, and he's like, hey, I'll open this, and now you can fight the boss for this particular world, who's Toasty. And actually, the challenge on Toasty's level is all the dogs beforehand. The dogs are hard to get past. Big old sheepdogs and shepherds, actually difficult to get past. Toasty himself, really, 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 really easy. So we're going in. It's more of a sunset kind of level. The skybox is all lovely oranges and purples. I think that's meant to be a big sunset over there, in fact. Right, there we go. Right. Set fire to... Oh, yeah, no. Ah, that's why, yeah. Yes. The dogs take 2 hits. That's it. The dogs take 2 hits. That's why they're really difficult, because they hit you while you're hitting them, because they don't have a stun. They just go ahead and do the thing. You gotta just run around, spamming fire. Now they're slightly charred, and I'll go for a second run. Maybe actually hit the shepherd at the same time. Thank you. Yep, there we go. There we are. Can I glide up there? I can't. That's a wall. Set fire to the dog. Get out of the way of him jumping on me. And then set fire to him again. Set fire to shepherd. Set fire to dog. Run around. Set fire to dog again. Get the gem. Get these gems going into inside of a building. Lovely, lovely. Well, I say lovely, lovely. Not really that. A bit gaudy. Bit over the top architecture, if I'm completely honest. But honestly, like, why do they have all these gems? Nasty Nork's the only one who's actually worked out a thing that you can do with the gems. He's worked out you can make Norks with them. It's a bit weird that it's a American game because Norks is a word for boobs. And given that, so they call the North Koreans in, I've not played this game, but I do have insight, so bear with me. But yeah, so in Homefront: The Revolution, they call the North Koreans Norks. Now that game is made by Dan Buster Studios, who are based in Nottingham, so they're very much English. So 100% someone on that development staff is aware that Nork is a word for boobies. And they got that through. And that's the thing. It's not an unintentional thing. It's 100%, I bet you. Given that it's the same studio. Well, not the same studio, but it's a lot of the same people who worked on Time Splitters and GoldenEye, who used to work at Rare. I suspect that they are fully aware of that, and it's just their sense of humor coming through. Oh, Dragon. Nevin. Oh. He says something. I'm just going to skip it. He says he's talking about Toasty. He's talking about how, oh, such a nasty chap to be in charge of the artisan world. Yep, it's a big old scarecrow with a big scythe, a pumpkin for a head, and a big witch's hat. I wonder what it could be. And the actual threat is the dog. The dog is now dead. And there we go. It goes bare. Because the boss of this world is an evil sheep. And given how many sheep you generally tend to murder in this game so that you can keep your health up with sparks, I'm not actually surprised. There he is. He's on stilts. I set fire to his costume. Right, kill all these doggies. Oh, no, they fucking got me. They fucking got me. Little twats. Ugh, sparked is on green. This is the only hard bit in this world. Is not being killed by the dogs. There we go. Set fire to that sheepy. Get a bunch of gems. I'm not surprised that he's upset, honestly. There we go. Get those last 2 gems. This level, 100%ed. Don't have to do it again. Right, returning home. Yeah, we're not going to do the speedway. Don't want to do the speedway. Don't like the speedway. Don't like those levels, honestly. Bit stressful. Right, let's kill some sheep. Obviously as revenge. And this is how blood feuds start. And no one wins in the end. Just a whole lot of death. And this is why Celtic societies, as if they were all one people and not multiple tribes, that's why, like, you eventually see them coming out with judicial systems, because blood feuds don't go well. That's all the treasure gotten in the artisan homeworld. And then the balloonist is going to be like, Marco, the balloonist, say, well, I see you have been busy rescuing dragons, Spyro. You may travel to the Peacekeeper's world if you like. Let's go to the Peacekeeper's world. We're going to rescue the dragon who's the first one there. And then we're going to save, and then we're going to call it a day for Spyro the dragon. Because that's the entirety of the artisan world, apart from the Speedway. 100%ed. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Didn't take me that long. This is a pretty easy game. Rescue Titan. He says, welcome to the Peacekeeper's world, where we have leopard print, we're beefy dudes, we're... Yeah. I think he might have said that you have to get treasure in this world. Because this world you have to get lots of treasure. That's what you do. Right, let's save the game. Saving. Game saved. Right, that's it. The baby is now asleep. Oh, but now there's a cat in my chair. I didn't want to upset the cat, so I might have to sit slightly next to the cat. Oh well. Anyway, but yes, and that's me. That's me done for now. I don't want to play any more Spyro, and it's nearly an hour that I've been on here. But given that, there's probably about 15 minutes or something like that of me just walking in circles trying to calm my baby down. That yes, no, well, hopefully you enjoyed it. I'll see you later. I have been awake, which is good. That's the whole point. Ta-da!